Welcome to Hampton Inn. Do you have a reservation?
No.
Is that a dog in your bag?
Nope.
We actually allow small pets with a cleaning deposit.
Good, because I have a small dog in my vehicle.
Welcome to What the Flick, everybody, the only movie review show where one critic can say to another, you look pretty fucking hot today.
Thanks.
Matt. There you go.
There you go.
Nice collar on you.
Thank you.
Matt Atchity from Rotten Tomatoes, Christy Lemire from Ebert Presents At the Movies, and the Associated Press, Alonso Duralde from The Wrap. 3 movies today, 2 of which I haven't seen. We'll begin with one of those young adults.
Young adult, Charlize Theron stars as Mavis Gary, a drunk, deluded, divorced writer of teen lit novels, who one day decides to go back to the hometown that she hates to win back her high school boyfriend, who is now married with a small child. She's delightful. Take a look.
What are you doing back in Mercury? Or you move back, or?
Of course not. Gross.
I'm up on the 11th floor and I'm watching the cruisers below.
Psychotic prom queen bitch.
Down on the street and
Here's the deal. Buddy Slade and I are meant to be together, and I'm here to get him back.
I'm pretty sure he's married with a kid on the way.
No, kid's here. I'm cool with it. I mean, I've got baggage too.
I would keep all of this to yourself. I would find a therapist.
walk out of the heart.
That new baby of his is just darling.
Have you seen it? Up close?
Whiskey in a satin and tan. In a frock coat and liberty body hat. Shot. Oh God, I could do better than
You know what? Oh my God.
she's an old-time ambassador. Sweet talking night.
God, you are a piece of work.
Can I help you find something?
I'm going to a rock concert with an old flame.
Let's show him what he's been missing.
No, he's seen me recently. He knows. But his wife hasn't seen me in a while, so... You can come to the city with me like we always planned.
Mavis, I'm a married man.
No, we can beat this thing together.
Allow me to speak as someone who hasn't seen the movie. Every time I see even part of the trailer, I get very excited. Do we have a film that meets the standard?
I think so. This is really good. This is really daring because she is so hugely unlikable. And because the movie never makes apologies for her. I mean, she just behaves deplorably. She's selfish. I mean, her alcoholism has a lot to do with that. But she's a total mess and doesn't really ever try to change.
I love the character, and I love that the movie never tries to make her learn anything. And I think there's a lot of really great performances. I wish the storytelling were a little tighter. I don't know that that's Diablo Cody's specialty necessarily.
See, I wish it were longer. I wish there were more to it.
No, me too. I think if it were a longer film, she might have been able to sort of make the connection stronger and make things a little... There were certain implausible things where, like, I love the characters, but then you can't necessarily shoehorn them into certain situations and make them seem believable. I don't want to give away a whole lot here, but like I loved how much of a mess Charlize Theron's character was, but at the same time it felt like a lot of things for her were more together than maybe they would have been were she that big of a mess. You know what I'm saying?
I think she's faking it nicely after decades of perfecting it.
Maybe, could be.
The makeup and just, the caffeine first thing in the morning, and she can just put herself together, but she's still a mess inside.
No,
That's
granted,
my argument.
But I love her character. I think I love the Patton Oswalt character. I love their chemistry together. I want to see a series of movies where they solve mysteries or something, because the two of them together are really fun to watch.
The Unthin Man.
There you go.
Exactly. I mostly like this movie. Yeah. I agree with you that the character she's playing, Mavis, is a bitch. She sucks. And she's an alcoholic. She's clearly an alcoholic because at one point she says in the movie, "I think I'm an alcoholic." Right. And if you can say that out loud, chances are you are.
Right. And she does not get the reaction that she thinks she's going to get from her parents. When she says that.
Right. Well, and the other thing too is, and not to get wildly personal, but having known some people in that situation, I actually turned to my wife at one point. I'm like, "Oh my God, this person sounds just like blank." And
come on, just say it.
In trying to steal somebody back from
No, like some of the things she'd say sounded very much like somebody I know. Some of the things she'd say sounded exactly like someone I know who is now sober but went through a terrible alcoholic phase. And it was a little weird. I guess part of what I had a problem with in the movie is that I felt like she never really, not that a movie needs to show this, but I felt like it was a little unrealistic that there weren't that many consequences to how she acted. Like, she kind of just maybe
Does it have that? Isn't it just
I don't know.
Isn't it
That's-
just a comedy? Isn't it just a sort of clever comedy?
It's a very dark comedy. I think there are consequences in that she cannot get herself to write a single chapter of this stupid finale of her teen lit series.
Yeah.
She's a mess every morning. She wakes up face down with her face all smudged full of makeup. She has no friends.
Right. She's
Patton
got no
Oswalt's her only
friends.
friend.
As her narration of what she's writing goes on, like it's clearly going farther and farther off the rails.
Mm-hmm.
Like you realize that what she's writing is just insane.
Although what's weird is that the fact that she's writing this young adult novel makes this entire movie a trailer for the Babysitter's Club movie, which apparently is what Diablo Cody wants to do
Valley
next.
High.
Sweet Valley High. Sorry. Yes.
Which will be
Same
awesome.
deal. Sweet Valley. Yeah. So it was just kind of we were just kind of like, you're just priming the pump here to get us all to see this Sweet Valley High movie in 2 years.
I mean, it is kind of a bit of an in joke, but I was okay with it.
But it struck me as odd. But no, I love Charlize Theron in this. I love Patton Oswalt in this, and I love the fact that you can have that a Hollywood studio can make a movie about a character who is thoroughly awful and not feel the need to sacrifice her on the altar of bad behavior. Like she doesn't learn anything.
Right.
She doesn't regret anything. And
a couple years ago, the Bad Santa, even Bad Santa at the end, which was incredibly dark, but it had, which I loved, but had him learn something. We don't have that.
Although it actually depends on which version you watch. Like there's a director's cut of Bad Santa that's the shortest one, and he doesn't learn anything in that one.
I'm totally into that.
Now, Patton Oswalt's totally great in this. And there is justifiable Oscar talk for him for supporting actor.
Yeah, I thought he was great at this. And one of the things I liked about his character was that he's a handicapped character, and he's still got his despicable moments, which it's unflinching in that way. Like, look, handicapped people can be assholes too, which I kind of like.
Automatically become saintly.
Did he get a Golden Globe today?
He did not.
No.
He did not get a SAG nomination.
That's not a precursor necessarily.
No, it's not. Not at all. Not at all. I keep every year I start studying past history of Globes and SAG Awards and all kinds of stuff to see if there's some magic algorithm to predict the Oscars. There isn't. But I can tell you that the Globes and the Oscars, as much as the Hollywood Foreign Press and other pundits will like to say, is a bellwether. It's not.
Right.
Actually, the Globes have nothing. There's no correlation at all.
Oswalt was, however, runner-up for the Los Angeles Film Critics Association, which I'm sure is the greatest.
We are a bellwether.
Did he get a SAG nomination? I can't remember.
He did not.
He did not. Can I say really fast, we have not said the words Diablo Cody yet?
You have.
Have we?
Like 6 times.
Did we say Diablo Cody?
Did we say Jason Wright?
We did not.
Last night, baby.
I'm actually sober here today for once. No, but
That's a damn
you're going to go in with expectations because it is her, right? But this is not nearly as snarky as Juno. Like they've dialed down the snark.
No, I'd say of her 3 produced screenplays, this is the best one. But I think that for Reitman coming off of Up in the Air, this feels like it's not as good as Up in the Air
Not
was.
as thorough.
I have I have an inexplicable man crush on Patrick Wilson. I just like him. I like him in everything. And
You do not see his ass in this movie. Sorry,
I
Ben.
don't need to see his ass, but he charms. I find him charming, and that little trailer scene there that at the end was particularly charming.
He's a little different here than you think he's going to be, because it's sort of like the prom king character in Little Children, right? But he's a little schlubby and a little scruffy. He's just had a baby, and so he's not quite perfect. But she has these deluded memories of him being ideal,
Right.
Of
He's
being
the guy
this
who
golden
never
god
left the small
still.
town, and
He's like a normal, kind of nerdy, kind of boring guy.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Let's rank it. What do you have, Matt?
I give it a 7. I thought it was really good, but I felt like it could have been better.
8. My complaint is that I wanted to keep going.
I'll say 7. I'm with Matt. There's a lot to like here, but it doesn't quite. It could have been better.
Senor Math?
7.3.
There we go. All right, so a nice recommendation. I'm going to go see Young Adult.
All righty then.
Apparently you should as well.
We've convinced you.
Okay.